Mind if I come over for a ship bit tomorrow after work? That should be okay.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Ugh.
I'll waive your fee since you helped us with those marauders. If you're looking for work, talk to the constable down in Edgewater. She's got a bounty on marauders. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
I need to increase my sensitivity here really quick. Rolls. Okay. Alright, where am I headed? Map. I mean, the level design's really cool. The sun is setting? Is that what's happening, or is it just me moving? These more marauders? These are more marauders. Sneak, huh? I like the combat so far. It'll be interesting to see how it progresses. Oh, there's like a camp here or something? Oh. Let me try this gun. Piecemeal mining helmet. Bypass shot. Axe computers. Alright. Dude, that assault rifle felt good. That was nasty. Pick up shovel. You like dig this up? Not that I want to do that. Oh, it's just a weapon. 57. Yeah. Replace it with something. Can't go in the water. It looks good. That's good. Looks amazing. Playing it. I'm glad it's coming across that way. Damn. Oh, revolver. 102? Oh, 110. What was this? $41 damage, 20. Oh, this is like slow. Right on our next one. Up the creek. Like showed enemies over here somewhere. Oh geez. Oh no, these are good guys. Well, presumed good guys.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from? Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea.
These sarcastic comments are killing me. Pick this and they just start shooting at you.
It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by him. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Introduce yourself as Alex Hawthorne. Oh my gosh.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
I do what I want, depending on the work. You offering me a job? Ooh.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see? quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know? Yeah? Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see? Hence the armed guards.
Raiding the graves?
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
By the finger.
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna dock my pay.
I don't want to be a tax collector.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the one. All my life. Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees.
Beats working at the cannery.
Edgewater. Subscription to the association newsletter has expired. We'd like to invite you to renew your subscription. Shovels, Gazette, and Quarterly. Gravesite plots and headstones are provided at an affordable rate. Inventory logs. Theodore Granger. Successfully 13F. Missing a hand. Deducted 5 bits from gravesite fee because I'm a kindly fellow. Oh man, there you can steal stuff. I have to be careful. Oh, that was a bad idea. Not doing that. Stolen goods. Can't start out with stolen goods. Edgewater. Day old Saltuna. What?
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You ought to know that.
Cannery. Cantina. Map. Burt Cotton. There's like bounties.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
At least you got your health.
This, oh, that's the constable's office. Right. In constables? Probably. Steal the book right from a right from an extra.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing a promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. As long as your questions fall within the acceptable margins of curiosity.
So who do you work for? Spacer's Choice or Edgewater?
If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found anything amusing in my life. I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serve Spacer's Choice.
Oh, that was funny. Who do they answer to?
Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, also known as the Board. I must admit it bothers me that you don't already know this. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual?
He kidnapped me, unfroze my body, and shot me into space. Then I landed here. I'm a little nervous about her response to that. Looks like he's a bounty on his head. He's a scientist. We're acquainted. Let's see.
Shot you into space? You know, lying to a Spacer's Choice constable is a violation of company policy and punishable by a fine. It is for Spacer's Choice. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of Phineas V. Wells, you are required to submit that information to your nearest board authority. I represent Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which is itself a member of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Also, I specialize in processing fingerprints, so unless you're carrying Wells's finger on you, there's not a lot I can do for you. Something to report? As a Spacer's Choice constable, I am authorized to grant you legal authority toward apprehending wanted criminals. Know how to carry yourself in a fight? I've got bounties out for these 3 marauders. Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old fingerprint roller.
All right. Doesn't look like there's any location information.
I've been feeling pretty low these days.
I know how you feel.
Place.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
What? Shower.
A
House.
friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Alright, maintenance division. Oh, this is a workbench. Okay. Cannery. Startup production line, observe processing. Failure of main cannery production line at heat processing. Failure to start up. Dang it, Clancy, I just got you back on your feet 2 weeks ago. Not that you got feet, but you know what I mean. Sounds like his stator's off axis again. We'll clean out and reset. Clancy's guts got caught and all pulled out, likely on account of somebody trying to restart him over and again. Need to rewind all the coiling in number 4. Okay, stator's working, but there's something else off. Had to wait until it's quiet and spin him up for a listen. Damned mechanicals. What a ticket description. Steps to reproduce. Look northwise. I said look northwise. Blasted useless translator. Near scrap pile. Could be northeast. Oh, northwest. From town, I guess. Observe mechanical. Clanking about all menacing like. See it? It's right there. Oh, that's funny. Not stolen either. It's like my house or something. Terminal. I can like take all this stuff. Muzzler. Let's see. Spacer's Choice, Cannery, open last search. 2 records found. She's been registered to Terra 1. I kissed her goodbye at the platform and asked if she'd ever see her again. We both knew the answer was no. Look up and think of me as I look up and think of you. It wouldn't let me keep her, but I know you'll raise her with love. Perhaps more than I would make for you. Perhaps more than I would make time for. You are patient and present in a way that I am not. The company says she has no name until you give her one. Her name is Parvati. They tell her her birthday will be set up on the date she's legally delivered to you. She is actually born on July 7th. Make her feel special when I can't. She liked it when I sang to her. It was the only time she stopped crying. What the heck is this? I don't understand. At least yet. Heavy ammo. Light ammo. Apple juice. What is this? Sorry. Bread, noodles, cheese. Cannery. Elevator music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's...
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up.
Oh.
I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I was supposed to talk
I'm
to you.
Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a Marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Looking for a power regulator. I don't plan on staying
I understand. Your business is your own. Nonetheless, you are welcome in our little outpost. Outsiders are a rare sight in the Vale. If you are a freelancer, then I have use for you. There is pay to be earned, or supplies to tide you over, as you prefer.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him.
Oh, jeez.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
You say mostly abandoned.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think these people will take kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard.
Wow.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town. Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership. I am asking you to help us survive. Edgewater needs more workers or we will collapse. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that. Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Great!
There you
I
go.
got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Yeah, companion. Do it. Look at that. Companions. Companions provide combat support, enhance your skills, increase your carrying capacity, and you can unlock special companion combat abilities with the inspiration skill.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Oh. Dude, the elevator music.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we chat? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. What he said seemed pretty straightforward. If I wanted to deal with nuisance, I wouldn't be so heavily armed. Let's move. So what's the other side of it?
Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues. How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them, you were friends, or what? One of these two. I feel like there's a connection here. Let's ask them.
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Oh, she's into Thomas.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Flipping a switch in your power mill? Where would I find him?
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
I like her so far. She's still following me. Assume this one's to leave, but we want to go left first. Victor, yeah, Victor.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Okay. Victor's in here. Where's the door?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice? Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Why would you be after a book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption. On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf. Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M'Bakono handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it. Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Something you need? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass. The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you around. fortifies the spirit.
Sell stuff. Also, I need to look at armor here. All. Yeah, the Marauder armor. Put this back on. It's interesting that the armor you wear gives you dialogue choices too. It affects how they like interact with you.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quote.
I don't know you.
Every single time I can introduce myself as Alex Hawthorne. Are you kidding me?
I know every face that walks through those doors. Except yours. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here. Am I that easy to read? Yeah, we've been having some problems lately. Loyalty issues, lines in the sand. I know where folk in Edgewater stand. But you, I don't know you. If you're gonna have a drink, I'd like to ask that you do it within the premises. Can't have you taking drinks over to those deserters. Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you? Coming right up.
The value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Alright, let's see what I can sell here. Shovel. Sell that. Sell like all of these. Okay, so that's health regen. Body attributes +1. Base health. Regen, base health, regen. Brought my encumbrance down quite a bit selling that. An extra gun. Get rid of that. Four to 5 doctors recommend not eating this raw, bloody hunk of meat, even without the bits of. The 5th doctor died shortly after ingesting the meat, so his opinion cannot be taken for the record. Weapon parts, armor. Guess I wanted
I
to
almost
look at.
forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price. Spacer's choice. Coming right up.
Mostly drunk. Weapons, armor. Buyback. Alright. Now I think I can head out. Where am I going? Can't like. Oh, region. Landing site, cemetery. I'm headed way out here. Lone grave. Okay. I'm really headed out of town this direction.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna.
So try to figure out what's going on with these deserters. Full abandon out here. Whoa.
Don't mess with us.
X to order your companion to attack. Okay. Hacking and picking. Backpacks are used to break open locks, and bypass shunts are used to break computer encryption. Kill them! If your skill is high enough to break the security, you will see how many mag picks or shunts you need and how long it will take. Raising your skill will lower your number of items used and speed up the process. Balcony unlocked. To Thompson. Just wanted to check up on the new project. I've been brainstorming some new taglines, and I think some of them will really catch your attention. Appreciate your hard work on behalf of our beloved. Just received a response from corporate. They're not interested in our idea of a light version, because we'd rather not compete with ourselves, but they are interested in the idea of a lighter Altoona. Effective immediately, we have been instructed to use heavier weighted cans so we can pack them with less Altoona, thereby saving bits. Every can. This is exactly the kind of breakthrough our cannery needs. In fact, the logistics department has just confirmed my request to be transferred from the marketing division to the cannery. Can you imagine, Lauren? She'll be rubbing elbows with your fellow workers on the canning line, filling each slightly heavier can with slightly less Altoona, hour after hour, day after day. This is a great and tremendous honor for you and for me. Effective immediately, your position in marketing division has been terminated. I expect you to report to foreman. Tomorrow morning, your uniform will be deducted from your pay. Ideas for taglines. Melts on your fork, not in your mouth. Less fat with some Saltuna flavor. It's brine time. Now with the satisfying crunch of cartilage. You can't spell Saltuna without salt. No, also can't spell Saltuna without aunts. Essentially to market toward families. Leading scientists say it's still food. The Saltuna will thank you. Warning, may cause auditory hallucinations. We'll add more later. Tossball card. A collectible tossball card. Baseball card? Ammo. Ooh. Backpack, armor parts. Two-handed cleaver. I have to try this. Oh my gosh. It's like got a barber saw blade on it. It is really fun so far. I like haven't really progressed anything yet. Gnarly, yes. I like the idea of guns, so I didn't spec really into two-handed weapons. Probably not too late to do that, but really focused on being able to shoot guns. Mia, it looks very pretty. Evicted. Oh. How do they not see me? Another assault rifle. Respec thing? Yeah, I did see respec. So that's an option, I guess, later on. Oh, I leveled up. Skills 10. Well, I guess I could. See, it's like my lowest weapon so far. But heavy weapons, that assault rifle, that was really fun. If I can get more ammo for it. This gives me 40 handgun. Yeah, I need to do that. Do 9 more. What does this do at 40? Critical damage for that. Unlock power and sweep attacks for melee. Persuade. Oh, she gives me... Wow, that's awesome. She gives me +5 to persuade. Humans have a 20% chance to cower in fear for 3 seconds the first time you hit them. +7 to lockpick with her too. Why? Melee power attacks. By holding the attack button, you charge up an overhead power attack that inflicts significant extra damage. Doing this charge up during a standard attack will prepare a strong sweep attack. You can hit multiple enemies in front of you and it's hard to avoid. Sweet. 3. let's work our way over here. Progress our quest a little bit. Oh gosh, I need to pay attention more. F. Health regen here.
Got him all.
Oh, dude, she's good. She obliterated this guy. Saber. Music box.
You're fast.
Oh, a power helmet. A service reward. More durability and are worth more. By diamond. Yeah, dude, she was better attacking than I was. Armor. This, yeah, this is like a... I guess I can use it when I'm not... Oh, this is pristine. Oh. How do you fit your head in that? Come on. Really? Guess wear it for now. Had so much more armor. Just take it off before I get the next place. If I remember. Weapon parts. Blaze. Heavy ammo. Oh yeah, I can use my assault rifle. I'm curious to see what kind of guns I can use, like, going forward. Evicted, evicted.